Tell me about the importance of doing this resource fair that you've done in the past. Just literally share from the beginning your passion for veterans and how you came about doing this annual fair.
Yeah. Well, it's an interesting story. Well, first of all, I was raised in the VFWs, American Legions. My dad was commander of one of the posts, and actually in Holiday. So we used to go to a lot of the events, and I garnered so much respect for our veterans, or through American heroes. And then what happened was, when I was running for in 2005 for Congress, we didn't want to do a fundraiser, but we wanted to do an event actually for the veterans. And I asked Tony Orlando and Don, and some of the young people don't know, but the tie yellow ribbon around the old oak tree, and he had the television show in the early 70s. You were probably 2 years old, but I was older, so I remember it. But anyway, Tony is a friend of mine and a veterans advocate. So he came to Tarpon Springs and talked about veterans, how we can help veterans. And we invited the community, everyone, whoever would like to come. It was an overwhelming success. So then I said, you know what, let's do an annual veterans fair. And Tony came to the first one, and he's been to about 5 or 6 since then. I've been in Congress with my 14th year. What we wanted to do is a fair. So, the entertainment is great and honoring our heroes, but we want to make sure we have the resources out there for them to get help. VA came and actually they did some health care on site for our veterans, dental care, what have you. And then also, you want to make sure that the services are available, that they have access to services. VA, but also nonprofits. Yeah. We have wonderful nonprofits in our area. This is the #1 area, in my opinion, in the country for veterans.
That's wonderful to hear. So I'm so glad that you told me about the evolution, because tomorrow I get the opportunity to meet many of the people that you work with every year to make sure our veterans have their resources.
Sure.
Can you tell me a little bit about what you think this fair does specifically for veterans and the resources they're going to receive in light of COVID?
Yeah, well, of course you have COVID, and hopefully we'll have offering telehealth, and that's so very important. And then there's still an opportunity for alternative therapies. So we have a lot of nonprofits that will be there, such as Veteran Alternative, now maybe virtually, but for alternative therapies and complementary therapies, they work so well. So the resources, the VA has a lot of resources. Again, our community, the nonprofits do a wonderful job, even during COVID. So we want to make sure that, because all the good programs in the world won't help if people don't have access to them, and there needs to be public awareness. Now, when we used to do the fair, I haven't had an entertainment portion in a couple of years, but we would honor veterans. For instance, we had one honoring specifically Vietnam veterans, Welcome Home, and Tony came to that. And veterans had tears in their eyes. Hundreds of veterans would come, not just from my district, from all over Florida, and we would honor them and thank them. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And they would come up to me and they say, now we feel like we've been welcomed home. Yeah. So it's the resources, which is the most important thing, but also making them feel wanted. Yeah. And really, we are grateful for their service.
Well, I'd like to say lastly, because I know you have so much going on, and I know you're headed out today, actually.
Yeah.
With so much going on in the world right now and on the congressional level, what would you like to say to our county about veterans and what we can do better in our county to support the people who do so much for us as a country?
Yeah. Well, I just say that, we have to be, first of all, overall, we have to be united as a country. And unfortunately, these are very difficult times. But we need to sit across the table and talk these things out. Okay, and then we also must continue to honor our true American heroes, our veterans. And we can't do it as much face to face these days, but you can do there's a lot of virtual events that are going on. And then also, what I'd like for people to do is maybe if you know a veteran, give them a call and see how they're doing, and reach out to them and say that you really care about them.
Yeah.
That goes a long way as well.
That's wonderful.
Thank you.
What a wonderful love note to send to our veterans. Thank you for your time,
My
sir,
pleasure.
and safe travels.
My pleasure. Thank you.